Let's talk about it, man. Y'all doing all right? What's up, YouTube, man? I ain't made no video in a minute. Just been grinding and working. Grinding and working. But, purpose of this video, right? I'm in New Millennium, picking up a load out of New Millennium. Headed up to Bloomington, Indiana for Monday morning. I'm getting this motherfucker loaded and secured now. Then I'm headed back to the house. I made it home last night, Thursday. I delivered in Knoxville. Plan on going to the shop I deal with, to get my PM done, but they took so long to load me in Knoxville, I just came on home, and I'll worry about getting the PM done next week, man. But the purpose of this video right here, right, I get two questions, right? Two questions I get all the time, man, from drivers, right? And the two questions I get is, as an owner-operator over here, I have no financial obligations to Blair outside of my fixed costs that I got to pay for insurance, tags, and they get their percentage of the freight rate, right? Other than that, I have no financial obligation to Blair anymore. Am I still profitable as a true lease operator, owner operator over here, right? And the second question is, how can I run? What's ways to run to make my week more profitable and more productive? And I'm going to run down through those real quick in this video. I already made the video about being productive and profitable over here, but I'm going to run through it again, right? While I'm sitting there. It started sprinkling, so I said, let me make this video real quick. Hopefully this rain pass over and this wind pass over, and I can get back out here, secure this load, and get back home before my son get out of school, man. But first one, am I profitable over here at Blair? Yes. With my truck being paid off, yes, I'm profitable, right? Matter of fact, I'm just going to answer the question all in one, because they both basically going to tie into each other, right? I didn't change up nothing about how I ran. Once my truck got paid off, I continued to run how I run. I know my freight lanes. That's one thing over here you need to learn, man, is your freight lanes, and don't be afraid to deadhead. You feel what I'm saying? If you don't like deadhead and shit like that, you gonna wind up running some bullshit sometimes. I still wind up running bullshit sometimes, but if you looking to limit deadhead and all that shit, sometimes you just gotta run that motherfucker to another lane, put yourself in position to do what you gotta do, right? So yes, am I profitable over here? Yes, I'm profitable over here. I run, I make good money, right? No complaints, nothing changed. They not putting drivers with lease payments, they not putting them priority over me. I just run the same. I run the same way I ran, right? And I say both is tied into each other, right? So I'm finna run down how to be profitable and productive over here, and they're tied into the same thing. My number one thing with being productive over here is how you start your week. So me, Sundays and Mondays is priority. That's for me. Sundays and Mondays is my main. Usually, if I get set up on a good Sunday or Monday, the rest of my week, everything gonna start falling into place. So when I say Sundays and Mondays, I like to be parked up at my receiver at least between 9 and 10 o'clock Sunday night, right? So I start my week every Sunday. I don't give a fuck where I'm going. I'm starting my week on Sunday. If I deliver 150 miles from my crib, I might leave out 6 o'clock that night. But I'm sleeping at my receiver because I want to be bright and early Monday morning. I don't want to be fifth in line to get unloaded. I want to be the first motherfucker in line to get unloaded. That way at 7 o'clock, when they hit that office down there with my dispatched out of Birmingham, I'm calling them. Hey, I'm ready to run, man. I'm empty, unloaded, let's roll. You feel me? So Sundays is your main thing. You want to leave out Sunday, get parked up Sunday, and get your week started, right? That's the one thing, man. 2, communication, man. If you have poor I communicate with my dispatcher. Me and my dispatcher don't sit on the phone and lollygag. I don't call my dispatcher for nothing, right? I don't call them just for personal shit or none of that. I communicate with them, right? So if I'm running, say I picked up a load today, right? And I shut down at 10 o'clock tonight, right? And I know, okay, I said, fuck it, I'm going to do an 8-2 split. So I do the 8-2 split. I know I get my time back at 6, right? And I got 120 miles left on that run in the morning. So we gonna say I get up at 6, start my clock at 6, 6:15, I'm pulling off. I'm a program of that night when I shut down for the night. I already got planned in how I'm finna get up and run my morning, right? So the night when I shut down, I pre-program a text message in my phone for my dispatcher, man, with my ETA on it, right? So I dispatch it, and it's just a simple thing. ETA, 8:30 a.m. I'll be 8:30 a.m. I'll be at my receiver getting unloaded, right? So that's where it comes in with the communication. Anything goes on, I'm communicating with it. Truck go down, I communicate with it. I got to stop and get a tire, I communicated with him, right? I need to be home at a certain time, I communicate with it, right? This load ain't making no sense, I communicate that with him, right? So communication is key. I find a lot of drivers don't communicate, right? 3, don't be afraid to turn down the load if it makes no sense, man. I talk to drivers all the time, and they be scared to turn down loads, and when they tell me the load makes no sense. So if the load makes no sense, you gotta understand, you the captain of this truck, whether you making a lease payment on that motherfucker or not. You the captain of this truck, man. So you, for the most, you gonna determine where that truck gonna go. So if it makes no sense, that load makes no sense, and it's gonna either put you out of place for getting home, or the money on it makes no sense, turn that motherfucker down, man. And just say, you know what? I understand what's going on. The load ain't making no sense. I'm just gonna start deadheading, man. And then we'll try again in the morning. If you don't hit me by the time y'all leave the office tonight, we just grab some in the morning. Simple communication, man. Simple communication. Don't mind deadheading, man. Clock management. A lot of guys don't know how to manage their motherfucking clock, man. So me, I try to max out my clock every motherfucking day. And I like to park at my receivers and my shippers, man. If I can park at my receiver the night before, I'm parking there, right? I got shit on my truck. If I can't stop to a truck stop and wash my ass, I got a portable shower in the back of my truck, bro. I keep that motherfucker filled up with water. When I get to my motherfucking receiver, I can hook that motherfucker up to my window, wash my hands, wash my face, hit my armpits, hit my body parts, and get freshened up. And we'll grab a shower in the morning if I'm running so tight to where I can't pull over and get a shower, right? That's just come with trucking when you out here hustling. Shit like that happen. I got a portable shower back there. That motherfucker was like $40 or $50 on Amazon, on TikTok. So I got that back there and I used that, man. But back to what I was saying, man. Clock management. A lot of drivers don't manage their clock. This falls back in place to the Sunday and Monday running, right? So if I got a load that's drivers do this dumb ass shit, right? I got a load that delivers 300 miles out from my crib, right? Why am I getting up at 2 o'clock in the morning trying to run that load? Why? I'm gonna get to that motherfucker the night before and be ready to run with the fresh clock, right? Like last month, right? I was in top 10 drivers when it came to revenue, right? Last month, the month of March, right? And I was home either Thursday night or Friday morning all last month, bro. So it ain't about, oh, I gotta run hard, I gotta stay out extra to make, no. I ran hard last month and I was home by Thursday or Friday. I got all my loads off the next day, man. I picked up a load in fucking Birmingham going east of Pittsburgh. I got that load off it was about an 800-mile run. I got that motherfucker off the next day, man. Got me 2 coils, had enough time to get down to that truck stop down there on 76. And I shut it down for the night, and I got them coils off and brought it back down here to New Mill. Got them motherfuckers off the next day. I mean, I was parked down here the next night. It's all about how you run, man. So clock management, man. What else is it, man? Clock management. I did what I do. Sunday, Monday. Communication. Clock management. What else did I say? Clock management. I believe if I'm missing something, it might be something I'm missing. But off the top of my head right now, I believe that's what it's gonna take to be, and don't mind deadheading. That's all it's gonna take over here to be successful, man. Don't mind deadheading, man. And don't be one of them complaining motherfuckers neither, man. I run into a lot of motherfuckers that just complain, bro. If you gonna come over to this motherfucker and just complain about every motherfucking thing, this ain't going right, just find something else to do, man. Cause that complaining shit that shit a downer anyways. Motherfuckers don't want to deal with that shit over here, man. All that damn complaining and you crying and you whining about everything. You can't be pleased with shit. You gonna find something to complain about, man. So don't do it. And the most important thing, right? Be on top of your maintenance on your truck, man. Learn how to. I get a PM once a month. I grease my truck once a month. Sometimes I do it every other week. You know what I'm saying? I got a grease gun at home. I grease my truck every other week, man. Just stay on top of your maintenance, man. That's your truck. You should know how the fuck that truck run, how that truck sound. I know. So I know if I wake up and I start my truck up and I feel like that motherfucker idling funny, I know something wrong. If I'm driving that motherfucker and that motherfucker ain't driving how I normally know it drive, I know something wrong. If that motherfucker ain't sounding the way it sound, I know something wrong. If I go to start it up and I feel like, oh, it's a drag, when I start this motherfucker up, oh, it might be something with the starter, the alternator, the batteries going on. Like, just simple shit like that, man. Like, it's smooth over here, man. I have no complaints over here, right? I do my job. I stay out them people way. I don't bother them motherfuckers, and they don't bother me. Safety call me sometimes. They get on my nerves about little shit sometimes, right? But other than that, I don't bother them. They don't bother me. I stay out of their way. I do my job, run my loads, and go the fuck home, man. That's all it take over here, and go to fuck home and stay out that way, man. But that's the quick video, man. Like it done cleared up with this rain. I'm finna get out here and finish doing what I'm doing, man. Y'all be safe. I'm out.